Hi guys. So this is going to be a voice recording because at the moment I don't have a team of people that can actually record the entire scene, and my physical body is needed so I cannot hold the phone up, and I don't have one of those what is it called, props to hold the phone. So bear with me, okay? So this exercise is going to be done by Yannick, who actually happens to be, we were married before. And our relationship was very, very challenging. Very challenging. There was things about Yannick's language because he's French, and then I'm Dominican, so I'm Spanish. I speak Spanish, and then we're in America, so we're speaking English. When I met Yannick, he didn't speak French. So we kind of jumped on that buzz and was like, okay, we're going to learn along the way. So Yannick had to learn how to speak English. So just to give you a little frame up of what that relationship and how it started. So one of the challenges that we had, and this is in relation to a post that I created. I put it on Instagram. I'll put it on YouTube sometime. And I title it, Water Your Sister's Garden. And in there is because it comes up the conversation about friendship and relationship in general with the people that are around you. And why those people are there in the first place. Like, if you don't really care about someone, why are they around you? Like, why? And if you're doing that when you have a lot of people that are around you that you really don't connect with and you have no interest in getting to know them more, then you need to ask yourself, why are you in that environment? Because you shouldn't be there. There is such thing as relationships where each one that is involved in that relationship is loyal to one another. And loyalty doesn't mean like, don't take it into these terms. Loyalty, in my definition of what loyalty is that I am going to stay true to our relationship, right? So I am going to always honor our relationship, right? Not only like physically, but in everything. So when you need my support, am I there? When I need your support, are you here with me? When we are enjoying each other and growing, are we there with each other, or do I only come when things are good? So I had to do this exercise with Yannick because he's the one that's here. In that topic, in that post that I put there, I'm talking about that kind of relationship. So you guys can take a look at that post. So there, I always like to give you an exercise, because if you don't put it to action, you're not going to learn it. In one of my videos, I talk about what understanding really means, the word understanding. When you understand something, you can put it into action. So your actions start showing that you understand. So you're not only using words, you're actually in active motion. Your body's doing it. You are doing it. The creator is moving. So today I got to do this exercise with Yannick where we pair with one another, and we already have a lot of history together. We had to go through the journey of learning about this relationship, what it came here to give us, why we met each other, why we went through all of those what we call obstacles, challenges. We went through betrayal. We went through homelessness meaning we lost our material assets. And we were there to support each other through the entire time. And don't get me in any sense that we were not like in disagreement with each other or being loud with each other. No, we went through all of that. Oh my gosh, there were days that I was like, Lord, please get this man away from me, or I'm gonna stone him. There were days where I'm sure he thought the same about me. Like, who is this bee? Get her out of my life. There were so many back and forth, during the time that we were being shown how to develop this relationship where loyalty comes in to equal to friendship, to a relationship, a healthy relationship. So we transitioned from being married to what you guys call divorce, but to us is we actually got closer than we were. And because we got so close emotionally, spiritually, I would say, because it's not really emotion, it's more like a spiritual thing. We detached physically, and we completely bonded in the spiritual. So in there, we learn how to support each other during the hardest times. Not only support each other by holding space when the other one needed it, but also standing up and letting the other one know, excuse me, what the other one needed to hear. That was the truth that was being hidden. So we actually had to sit for many years looking at each other and understanding that we were mirroring each other. So that we are like what you guys call twin flames. So we transform that twin flame. I understand what a lot of people say about, the twin flame is that relationship that comes to literally crack you open. So then your divine God light can be shown out into this existence, including yourself. So yeah, Yannick is my twin flame. However, we transformed that relationship now, and it's just, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's like having a male best friend, but in terms of loyalty, like he knows I hold him up to the truth. I will always hold him up to the truth. So in this activity, we got to explore the past and see what every single one of those events guided us into, and what we learned from one another, and how we now actually laugh a lot about the things that we used to fight about. And my wish is for more people to do that. So if you're going through a hard time in your relationship, no matter what it is, whether it is betrayal, like it was with Yannick and I, and betrayal happens in a lot of form. It's not only like cheating, but you can't cheat when you don't hold the other person's name up to honor when others are speaking of them. So, in other words, when people are talking shit about your partner, are you there supporting them, or are you contributing to the ill conversation in regards to your partner? Are you one of those husbands that says, yeah, my wife is a bitch? I've heard you guys at the cigar shop, when you guys sit there, speak very ill of your wives, Are you that? Then that is a sign of betrayal. So you need to work on that. You need to find out why. Okay? So it's no judgment, just for you to understand that there's something for you to work on right there. So thank you very much. Once again, please do the exercise. Sit down with your twin flame, if that's what you want to call it. And you guys have to discuss how are you guys going to pair up and hold each other during the hard times. Okay? How are you guys going to be truthful to one another? And when you need to tell the other, in your language, what is needed, to balance out the scales, because you have too much on one side, then you need to be verbal about that. Yannick and I had to learn that. That was one of our biggest problem. It was that we couldn't go to one another to talk to each other about how we were perceiving the relationship. We were too scared to express ourselves, what we really needed, both of us. So in this journey, look how beautiful. You're going to learn the love language of your twin flame. That is the problem. That's why your twin flame is burning you guys up. It's gonna burn the house down. I'm telling you, it happened to us. So what you need to do is you need to sit in front of your twin flame, and you guys have to learn each other's love language. How is it that this other person likes to connect? How is it that this other person expresses love? And what is love for this other person? You guys need to sit down and talk. You guys need to talk like little kids, you know? Like, you want to be my girlfriend? Remember that time? Elementary school, I had 3 boyfriends. Boyfriends that were not like in relationship with me other than being friends that were boys, you know? And it was a beautiful experience. And it was all about conversation, asking those questions and understanding each other's love language. They know that I love food, so they used to bring me food as gift. So, you know, find the way. Do the exercise. Sit in front of each other and ask yourself the questions. Be more curious about this person that is in front of you. And if it's a friend, do the same, because if you don't know each other at a deeper level, then you guys are not friends. You guys are just like hook up. You guys are just like, oh, good for the party, you know, good to go to the club. But aren't you already tired of that already? Don't you want to get more deeper? Club for me is like techno. When sitting down and having these conversations for me is like jazz or blues. You see? I'm in the mood. Okay, enough with my talking. Go ahead. Nobody's going to come and do it for you. So do it. Sit down and have these conversations. Make it an activity. You can do this with your kids as well, okay? Love you. I will be posting more, just like I told you before. And also bear with me as I get comfortable with this thing, you know, while I get in the grooving. Yes, I am working on all this social media and videos and all of that. So while I am finding my identity in this realm, bear with me, okay? Thank you. Love you. Bye.